Published, 2032 Eastern Standard Time, the 15th of January 2019. Updated, 2036 Eastern Standard Time, the 15th of January 2019. A British woman traveling with a family accused of causing chaos in New Zealand today admitted stealing Red Bull, rope and sunglasses from a service station. Tina Maria Cash, 26, stole from the store in Albany, north of Auckland on December 31. On January 4, another woman distracted the attendant by buying cigarettes while she made away with the items, a court heard today. A British family are to be deported from New Zealand after locals say they wreaked havoc across the country. The behavior of the tourists, pictured speaking to police after causing a scene, has sparked anger in the country, and the group have been labeled ***************** and trash by the mayor of Auckland. Cash, who arrived in New Zealand on a 6-month traveling visa on the 29th of November, claimed she did not remember the theft, but she was caught on CCTV, reported Stuff. She pleaded guilty and was ordered to pay back $55.20 for the items she stole. Cash is traveling with an unruly British group which is reportedly set to be deported after locals say they wreaked havoc across the country. Locals have branded them gypsies, but one of the young men in the group denied they were Irish and said, "I'm just a fat kid from England on holiday." The tourists, believed to be from Liverpool, faced claims they trashed a beach, left a cafe without paying, damaged their apartment, and allegedly stole a journalist's phone. One of the accused family members, who named himself as John Johnson, posing for a photo while on holiday. They have received dozens of complaints from locals and businesses across New Zealand since arriving on January 11. One of the members of the group was seen ushering a child away as he threatened local woman Krista Kerno, saying he was going to knock your brains out. A young boy in the group also threatened to knock the brains out of a woman who had filmed them littering on a picturesque Auckland beach, while the family have also been accused of putting ants in hair in restaurant meals to avoid paying the bill. The group of around 12 includes brothers John and David Johnson, their partners, children, and mother, Eileen Doran, from Liverpool, who arrived in New Zealand on Friday. They said they are a respectable family, who were here to see the Hobbits, but their plans have been up by the accusations against them. Their stint of mayhem across New Zealand led to the group being labeled and trash by the mayor of Auckland, Phil Goff. A petition calling for their deportation has now amassed more than 2,500 signatures. In a radio interview, Goff said, "I've asked the council to follow up because I want to see them loaded with an infringement fine for trashing our country. They shouldn't even be here." On Tuesday night there was a heated standoff in which police were called after the family were seen walking through a Burger King drive-thru. One of the females, believed to be in the group from England, smiles as her picture is taken on a mobile phone in Auckland. Footage showed a young boy, wearing a wide-brimmed Bunnings Warehouse hat, approaching Ms. Kerno, telling her, "I'll knock your brains out." Staff at the fast food chain said they were causing a nuisance and complaining by asking for free food, while the children were banging coins on machines. 6 police officers and 2 immigration officials were on the scene in Hamilton at about 3 p.m., when they served the family with deportation papers. Stuff reported. They remained at the premises before leaving and returning in the afternoon. Staff eventually decided to call police after they walked through the drive-thru. Other accusations made against the group include littering at a beach before a boy threatens to knock the brains out of a woman who challenged them leaving a soiled nappy in a plane's overhead bin, and constantly demanding booze on their flight, putting ants and hair in their meals in an attempt to get meals for free at numerous different restaurants, ordering more than $110 worth of food at a cafe before skipping out on their tab, grabbing a reporter's phone before deleting footage and handing the device back, causing extensive damage to an apartment they had stayed in. The family, who denied being gypsies, earlier said they were going to cut their holiday short after denying they were responsible for the series of incidents. In an interview with the New Zealand Herald, family member David Johnson said he was stunned by the backlash against them. He said, "We did leave a mess and they're saying we're gypsies. We're not gypsies." Witness Krista Kerno said the group of about 12 tourists, who spoke with an Irish accent, turned violent when she asked them to clean their mess as they left the beach. The establishments where the group of British tourists have reportedly had complaints about their behavior during their stay in New Zealand after the publication tracked them down at a hotel in Hamilton. One of the brothers protested over being filmed and grabbed the phone from the reporter's hand and deleted the footage before handing it back. The two brothers, who gave their names as John Johnson and David Johnson, said they were being targeted at the beach by people telling them to go back to their country. David Johnson said his son was hit at the beach by another child and then taunted, which is the reason for his outburst towards being filmed. Auckland Mayor Phil Goff labeled the tourists in a radio interview, adding that they shouldn't be in the country way we're sitting there, and a little boy smacked one of the kids. They come over and start calling us loads of names, go back to Ireland, we're sitting there having a meal and we're relaxing, the boy's father David Johnson said. One of the guys got very violent to one of my friends and everybody got around us and we had no choice but to get up and leave in. There was a mess there, because we couldn't clean it up because we were badly intimidated by a group of people. He said they would now cut their trip short by a week and leave the country on Friday and will not get to visit one of their trip highlights. We're here to see the Hobbits. I've been looking at the Hobbits my whole life, since I'm born. That was originally what our plans was, but it's all been up now. I feel very unwelcome here. I feel like an alien invader. I don't feel happy and I'm far from Irish. Jen Johnson said he no longer felt comfortable in New Zealand. He said, "I'm no one famous. I'm just a fat kid from England on holiday." He reportedly told the newspaper that he came from a good family, and said his grandfather was the 10th richest man in England. Establishments around Auckland on New Zealand's North Island have complained the group put ants and hair in their meals in an attempt to get their meals for free and abused staff. 3 members of the group had breakfast at the Montrose Cafe and ordered over $110 worth of food before skipping out on their tab. Benjamin Salt, the restaurant manager, said that the group was continuously ordering items to keep staff busy and were rude to the other customers. "They asked me for the total bill. I told them it was $114 and I had to repeat myself a few times before all of a sudden one of them said, 'Have a look at this, there is a hair in my food,'" he told the New Zealand Herald. "We were pretty skeptical, but the chef came out to the table to apologize and we were going to take the item off their bill and then one shoved their food into me, and when I went back to get rid of the plate they ran out the door." A woman with the group then pulled a hoodie over her head before getting into their white van, slamming the vehicle door into a nearby car as she did so. A group of tourists who allegedly left their trash all over a beachside park, threatened locals, and caused chaos on a flight have now been accused of not paying for meals at 2 restaurants and a cafe. Pictured, the man who named himself as John Johnson's group had been accused of attempting to scam 2 other restaurants by refusing to pay for food at Mr. India and the Backyard Bar. Roger Van Kempen, the manager of the Backyard Bar, a coffee shop in Inner Auckland, also accused the group of refusing to pay for chocolate cake and then yelling at staff. When the New Zealand Herald tracked down some of the travelers when they checked out of their budget hotel on Monday, they were told there would be trouble if they were photographed. A woman with the group then pulled a hoodie over her head before getting into their white van, slamming the vehicle door into a nearby car as she did so. The tourists also allegedly caused havoc on their flight into the country. On their flight over, they reportedly demanded large seats, continuous requests for alcohol and a dirty nappy left in an overhead bin. Pictured, rubbish left behind by a group of tourists at a popular beach in Auckland. One passenger on the Cathay Pacific flight from Hong Kong to Auckland on Friday told the New Zealand Herald the family made the journey the worst flight of his life. Before the flight departed, both children gallivanted around the plane's aisles and a daughter allegedly yelled at her mother, who demanded food from staff, the passenger claimed. When others realized the family of 6 had apparently left a soiled piece of clothing in their hand luggage, the fellow passenger reached the end of his tether. The parents also asked for different seats because they are overweight and didn't have enough space, even insisting the attendant ask another couple with the only free seat on the plane to switch with them. He said, "They would lean against us often with an armpit on my head or an entire arm blocking the movie I attempted to watch. I was already boiling at this point, so asked the attendants if we could move." After leaving the plane, they even left one of their baby's suits in the overhead that we think had actual poop left in it because it smelled like death. The British tourists who trashed the beach also allegedly caused havoc on their flight into the country. Here they are pictured leaving the scene after allegedly littering. Ms. Curnow said she and her friends cleaned up the tourists' mess with the help of other beachgoers. As the plane descended, the passenger said the young girl ignored the seatbelt sign and attempted to stand. They were also accused of damaging an apartment which they had stayed in. Sufi Muhammad, Star Queen's service apartment manager, said she didn't pay for Saturday, and on Saturday the apartment was totally mess, broken television, even the toilet was leaking. He claimed the group requested a year-long lease but were offered a studio apartment for a week. After accepting the offer, they allegedly tried to break into a bigger apartment. Their response was basically, if we have a problem then we can pick it up, and that's what the council is for. Ms. Curnow said Mr. Muhammad said he felt threatened by the group, and when they started stealing cleaning equipment and linen, he asked them to leave. On January 14, the group tried to trade in their 2 vehicles for one at the Hamilton car dealership. But when staff checked the van they found 5 children in the back with no seats. He was pretty arrogant. Soon as he walked in, he approached my boss with a rude voice and rocked everyone up. A lot of arrogance on his side, said a staff member at the dealership. Days later, the supposed same group were filmed leaving beer bottles and rubbish on a busy beach before a child threatened to knock the brains out of locals who confronted them in now viral footage. The incident, which unfolded at Auckland's Takapuna Beach on New Zealand's North Island on Sunday, was captured on camera by Krista Curnow. She said the group of about 12 tourists, who spoke with an Irish accent, turned violent when she asked them to clean their mess as they left the beach. Their response was basically, if we have a problem then we can pick it up, and that's what the council is for. Ms. Curnow said, I approached the family to ask again if they could not disrespect our country while visiting and pick up their rubbish. They turned violent and even grandma and the child got involved, saying they wanted to punch my head in. Footage showed a young boy, wearing a wide-brimmed Bunnings Warehouse hat, approached Ms. Curnow, telling her, I'll knock your brains out the mouth on that young boy. Absolutely disgusting. What kind of role models are the parents allowing this sort of behavior? Ms. Curnow said, we live in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. How dare people come to MC and disrespect our country? This is our home. The family later ordered food at a nearby Nando's store, before demanding a refund, the New Zealand Herald reported. Another local claimed they confronted the family at a Bunnings Warehouse after seeing the video online. We just came across him in Bunnings Hillsborough. He was wearing the same clothes, the woman wrote on Facebook. He's absolutely himself after getting a bit of a talking to from my partner about respecting our country. Footage of the incident has since gone viral and has garnered thousands of comments. My big fat gypsy holiday. Imagine having to sit next to them on a 12-hour flight. Horrendous. Glad you said something, one wrote. What did I just watch? That little boy thought he was so tough, another noted. The incident unfolded at Auckland's Takapuna Beach, pictured a beauty spot on New Zealand's North Island on Sunday. Ms. Curnow said she and her friends cleaned up the tourists' mess with the help of other beachgoers. I loved how everyone else on the beach came to support and we all picked up the rubbish together. Love NZ, she said. Inspector Kevin McNaughton, acting area commander of Waitemata East Police, told Daily Mail Australia the incident was being investigated. Police will be speaking with those involved and will be referring them to Auckland Council with regard to their behaviour around the littering of rubbish. He said, police would like to remind the public that offenders caught illegally dumping rubbish may be issued with a fine of up to $400. Serious offenders may also be prosecuted under the Litter Act 1979 with a maximum penalty of $30,000. We pride ourselves in our clean, green image as a country and thank the members of the public who reported this behaviour on this occasion.